You're watching Riding with Marshall. You know why? Because it's gluten-free. It's not lactose-free though, there's plenty of cheese in it. Alright, are you guys seeing this? Are you seeing this engine? Are you seeing this 1800 cc's right here? 1800 cc boxer engine on a BMW. Is that insane? We're talking air and oil cooled. Here's the oil cooler right down here. Can't tell if you can see it or not, but there you go. Oil cooler. Air-cooled cylinders, 2-cylinder, 1800 cc's. Folks, that's 900 cc's a cylinder. And this is the brand new 2021 BMW R18C. And I think the C stands for Classic. And we're just going to take it around for a mile or two here. And we'll see what it's like, shall we?
So this motorcycle and I go way back. Well, let's revise that to say that the series of bike it was styled after, and I go way back, to me riding on the back of my dad's RS90/6. He rode that bike from Wisconsin to California to Arizona to Wisconsin Dells with me several times, and I don't even know where else he rode it besides commuting to work. He still misses it today. His bike was only 900 cc, and he had no problem riding all over the country with my mom on the back and cases packed out with luggage. So what can you do with double the displacement, fuel injection, ride modes, and oil cooling? This bike is clearly a step up while still nodding heavily at the past. By the way, a special shout out to NoCo Power Sports in Fort Collins for letting me be their first customer to ride it. Thanks, guys. The R18 has opposed cylinders as a true boxer engine, and those push rods help it achieve 91 horsepower and 116 foot-pounds of grunt. Just like my dad's 1970s bike, this R18 First Edition has a shaft drive, and BMW is not shy to show it off. Now, if you find yourself eager to hop on this bike and ride it, you'll understand how I felt at the moment. Let's do just that. With a 27.2 seat height, it's pretty easy to mount this bike. So I hop on, I flip up the kickstand, I click on what I think is the power button, but it's also the starter button and nothing happens. And then I realize that that button just above the red switch boots up the bike. Yes, there's still computers in today's classic bikes. So with it booted up, I'm ready to start this engine. Well, we'll wait for that guy to get out of the way first. What is it going to sound like? Not bad, but I was not expecting that shake. Let's see the shake again. With those jugs on either side of the bike, starting the bike has a lot of character as it shakes like a dog from a bath. It's awesome, really. So now I'm looking at the ride modes and the brights and the lights and the things on the odometer right there. It has 3 ride modes. There's rain, which softens your torque a bit. There's roll for touring, and then there's rock, as you can see me flipping through them right here. And rock opens up the bike to its full torque and horsepower. The mode switch at your left hand is plainly marked and is part of the bright switch. It's rather simplistic, really, but that's what they were going after. You've heard the exhaust from the front. Now let's hear it from the back. So putting it into gear, I'm ready to ride. Oh, but hang on a second. My toe doesn't seem to be feeling the gear shifter. Well, there's a reason for that. They moved the shifter away from the engine. So you gotta toe out a little bit to feel that engagement with your toe on the shifter. The bike is easily balanced and U-turns are simply done. Really just kind of enjoying myself here, getting a feel for the bike and its power control. And the power at takeoff, I'm in roll mode right now. I didn't want to start off in rock mode in a parking lot, and it's really well controlled. I'm instantly comfortable with the bike. So let's turn down the wind a little bit. That's better. The windshield is a cruiser windshield because this bike is styled as a cruiser, not a touring bike. So therefore, the wind is off your chest, but still on your helmet, and in my case, on my camera. However, the bike is still quite comfortable. It is fun. It is cruiser class at this point, so it's exactly what I expect of a cruiser. It takes off very quickly. It has enough power there for what I need. And although my trip doesn't involve the interstate today, which is to my right, we are just going to take it up and down this frontage road a few times and just get a feel for the bike. There's a nice little speed bump involved here too, that we're going to see if it has the kind of suspension I've had on other V-twins, where you get hit in the back with a baseball bat with one of these. And no, it went over it really smoothly, which means the suspension, typical for BMW, is tuned perfectly. I hope they don't mind me using their parking lot to turn around. It was quite convenient. This road is not the smoothest, but yet the bike is very smooth, and I'm quite impressed with the ride. There's a lot of vibration at startup, which is fun. A little bit of vibration from the cylinders moving left and right at low idle, and no vibration that's really noticeable once you're underway. That's similar to V-twins, or twins in general, but 900 cc's in each jug. That's quite impressive that it's not shaking more than that. I really don't want to give the bike back, so I'm actually going to take it out again, but I won't make you watch all that again. Okay, maybe just a little bit more.
Gotta show that twist in the engine right.
Similar to a Moto Guzzi, whenever you twist the throttle, the bike will shake, and that's kind of fun, because you know that that boxer engine has two pistons moving side to side laterally when you twist the throttle. So the balance of the bike shifts in response to that. So the gas tank holds 4.2 gallons of gas, and you'll get about 42 miles to the gallon, or so I've read somewhere. The only real downside that I can see at the moment is that you don't have any place to stretch your feet. But, knowing the aftermarket industry, I'm sure they'll have some highway bars with some pegs on them, just like my dad had on his bike, for you to put your feet up. So if you go to nocopowersports.us, you'll see this bike is about $21,500 plus taxes and fees. This has been your riding brother Marshall saying keep your chin up in the curves of life and in the curves of the road. Or did I just get that all mixed up? I'll let you decide.